What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about how you can get the elevation tokens. Pretty much there are two of them right now that I'm aware of. You have the low and you have the high. Obviously you guys are looking for the high, and many of you guys are like, yo, I do not want to use champion players to upgrade these new Genki Force players, right? This is the first time that EA Sports has ever done anything like this, where they're actually asking us to put in full champions more than once into a card to upgrade them. So let me go ahead and talk to you guys what's going on. If you have Kyle Pitts, right, this is a situation where now you have to get elevation pass high to get into this card to maximize his X factors and open up more ability slots in his actual card. So in this situation, you'll see you have elevated 1, you have elevated 2, you have elevated 3. Simply explained, it takes less amount of yards per catch to activate it the more elevation you get. So in this one right here, you only need 2 catches of 10 yards to activate it, but it's going to take 3 elevation high passes or 3 champions, which are 96 overall. Over here, max security, same thing, right? So you start to go ahead and get these abilities on earlier in the game, similar to the way that they have the lighted up token where it's on all game. You can now get these X factors ready to go super fast in the game by continually upgrading the player by either adding an 96 overall Genki Force champion or an actual elevation high pass. Okay, as far as the abilities go, you start to see that there's a lot more that you can unlock the more you add to the card itself. Again, I do not like the way that EA has done this. In most cases, you can probably, split up the elevation passes I'm going to show you right now, but there is a possibility that you're going to get 3. Right now, you can get up to 2, okay, with the way that it is for absolutely free. Okay, so for any of the limiteds that you have, you'll see that they have the 3 slots in them, and you're able to go ahead and add that in and then open up more abilities and also X factors inside of the cards. All right, if you ever want to see exactly what X factors are available, you pretty much go to the catalog and just click on the card and you can actually see what's inside of the card itself. If you want to make it easier inside the catalog, you can just go to program, find Genki Force, and you'll be able to see the different players that you can add things to. Now, the lower level players, right, they don't utilize, like this guy right here, I believe he needs a low. Right? So all I see is low and high. There's no medium as far as I know elevation pass. So I'm just going to show you guys how to get the high versions because that's the more interesting part about it. And you can see it goes down to a hero player, which is a lower overall than the champion that can activate it, or you can use the elevation low pass, which you can also unlock through the field pass inside of the Genki Force. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this real quick. How are we getting them for free? What's going on, Gmia? I don't want to spend money. I get this all the time. I'm not spending money on champions to put into another card. I'm paying for a 97 to put a 96, add another 96, add another 96, and I'm still getting a 97. EA, where does the math add up? It doesn't. So let's go ahead and talk about this field pass, all right? You're going to see over here, I'm going to show you some of this right here. This is the low pass, all right? At level 7, you get a low pass, all right? Over as you go through a little bit more, you're going to get a high pass here, right? So that's going to be 2 because you also get one from inside the objectives when you complete a set right here. This, you see when you do the hero or champion set, that little pack that shows 1 next to the 1500 that's grayed out, that's also an elevation high pass. But they don't really explain it to you, so you don't know where it is, like a secret. EA Sports doesn't want you to know, because if you don't know, what do most people do that start the game? They go into the store and they start spending money. Well, we figure it out here at GmiasWorld first and then let you guys know exactly what's going on so you don't have to spend money. All right? Most of the time we're doing this live, either here on YouTube, on Twitch, or both simultaneously. So tune into a live stream and see exactly what's going on. So let's get back to this. That's a high elevation pass, and we're going to unlock in part 2 another elevation pass. Okay, so these things are going to be, you're going to be able to have a suitable amount within the game itself. Okay, so here we go right here. That's going to be that. Okay, and as you go through the challenges, what's going to happen is they're going to give you more options with the objectives. So when they drop part 2, which is probably going to be Thursday, they're going to probably give you another option to get an additional elevation high pass, which will give you the 3. because they have been good about letting us be able to max out at least one player by giving us the things that go into it, like the Super Bowl thing with McCaffrey. That 96 overall or 95 Super Bowl player, that player goes, that B&D can still go into the set to maximize any of the free players that you get from the Super Bowl promo, whether it's Christian McCaffrey or Justin Reed. So that's why I know after we get this one with the next drop, they're probably going to add more objectives, obviously, which will give us another opportunity to then get another Elevation High Pass. So let's go take a look at the Elevation High Pass and the one that I have now, so that way you guys can understand what's going on. In your items, you're going to go over to Program. Many of you guys maybe have already unlocked it. You've seen me do it live, so you probably already know what's going on. This right here is what you'll get from completing one champion set. Okay, so don't worry about all the other stuff that it's telling you over here, MUT24, Genki Force, Jamal Williams. Don't worry about all that stuff. That has nothing to do with it. This one right here can go into any of the other cards that you have, the Elevation Pass High right here. Okay, so when you get the other one from the Field Pass with Part 2, that'll be dropping this week, that'll be 2, and then they should have another one within the objectives. This is what you need right here to not have to spend the money that EA Sports is requiring you to spend. Okay, because it's ridiculous business that's going on. This is a really wild situation that doesn't make any sense. And this is also, like I said, very confusing with the way that they show it, because it just has a very ridiculous description that has nothing to do with what's going on. So let me go ahead and give you guys an example. Some of these other players, right? I don't think that these low-level dudes can get... I think it's only the 93s that will be able to put the low pass in it. So if you got a 93 and you wanted to upgrade them, they give you a low pass early on that you could use, like I showed you before inside the catalog, that you can start to open up different ability slots and different X factors for the players. That does not mean that you have to go crazy with this promo, because honestly, although some of them do give you really good stuff, it really doesn't benefit you to spend that much to put 3 times 400K, that's 1.2 million, into one card. It's completely ridiculous, and it doesn't make any sense, especially for the fact that, you know, a lot of other cards that are Super Bowl players, you can actually give them the abilities for a lot cheaper. So if you're just thinking about it objectively, like, yo, should I actually do this, G? The answer is no. Even if you, like, just think about it, right? 1.2 million, let me just break this down for you, right? You see how they have it where Kyle Pitts, right, with Elevation, he can actually get the ability within 2 passes of 10 yards, right? You see, like, if you do it and you get all this stuff, you get it to Elevation 3, and you're able to get it with 2 passes of 10 yards. Let me go ahead and break this down for you, right? After you spend this, each one of these guys, let's look at the prices of a champion. So that way you guys understand where I'm going with it. That way you guys have more information and you can evaluate it based on your own situation. The champions are going for 490, 496. Let's just say 1.2 million, right? If you can actually get a player that actually has it on all game in a tight end position, right? You go over here, you go to Super Bowl Pass, and you would just simply go and get, get some coins together and buy Casper. Now Casper's 2 million, but his upgrade and everything that you'll give him, he gets lighted up, and he'll have it on for the whole damn game. And you can just buy his card outright if that's something that you're looking for. If you just want that type of ability or X factor or whatever it is. Now Kyle Pitts is taller, but we're just going based on the ability itself. I just don't want you guys to think that you have to go that route. I would just save the money and just do what I have to do. And then you can see, like, some of the stuff is bugged out because we're looking at Dave Casper, and it's still giving the description of MUT24 Genki Force. So don't really pay attention to the descriptions about how you upgrade the elevation. Those elevation high passes go into the cards, and you can use them instead of using a champion Genki 96 overall player. All right, so that's how you go ahead and get it done. As far as making your millions of coins, if you guys have listened throughout the entire video, you see that I have 1,700 stars that I've been grinding from getting things done in house rules and in the challenges. Take advantage of this right now, because the second drop, you're going to make a lot of coins from utilizing the stars that you get from house rules and putting them in the store. And how are you going to do that? You're going to go over to the marketplace. You're going to wait for them to drop the next version of whatever they're doing, 96 overalls. At the launch, they're going to be going for 700, 800, and you're going to get that and you're going to sell that with your stars. But I'm not going to be done there at 1875. I'm going to get more, and I'm going to start re-rolling, okay, with 25 stars each time. And I'm going to be able to possibly pull more things and sell more things. All right. If you need more insight into the star program and the way that they do it, let me know. If you're a member, we'll talk about it. Otherwise, leave your comments and the community will help you out in certain instances. Other than that, you guys go ahead and have a blessed day. Enjoy and be careful spending all this cash on EA Sports, bro. It gets kind of nasty. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. One love, y'all.